All righty. So we're trying a new system here today. Let me see. I gotta rotate. Yeah, you can see my trash can today. So we're trying a new system, a little bit different than normal. I'm actually running it straight through YouTube today. So let me know if you are seeing good quality today as well. Oh gosh, hold on one second. Trying to figure out the system here. So we've got a light ring now behind us so that we can get better lighting. Is that better? All right, I think that might be better. All right, can everybody hear me? Is the audio okay? Let's check and see. All right, getting some goods. Everyone's saying it's good on my end, which is great. Hopefully this is better than last week's where we had a bunch of issues with the footage. So the film wasn't coming out quite right. We did get a new kind of Wi-Fi connection whole home in here. So we're running 1 gig of internet, and then we're running 3 of the kind of like all home expansion Wi-Fi setup. So we're trying as best we can to make it as good a quality as we possibly can. So let me know if YouTube, is doing well. Since I'm not bringing on any guests, there's really no reason to run through StreamYard because it's just me. So I can just do just YouTube and should be good. All right, so let's say get some good mornings to people here. We've got Schwans, I think is how you pronounce that. Good morning, Fish from Fever. Good morning to you, James. Because you're Fish, local boy. Thank you for showing up. Blake Gordon, I believe you're also local as well. Jesse James. All right, let's see. We got Fish Pappy, Chevy Fish, good morning. Braden Hart. Jay Olivers. We've got Jessica Taylor. We've got Chevy Fish. We've got Select Pet. Got a lot of good people in the chat this morning, so I appreciate you all for coming on this beautiful Sunday morning. I think it is going to be close to 100 degrees again today for us here in Utah. So, the typical morning coolness, which is nice. We did get some new fish this last week, which is super cool. As you can tell behind me, there's a couple different things going on. The fish that were in this one are now in a tank over on the CARES rack. So I'm letting them kind of settle in before I do any videos on that tank. And then in the tank behind me here, we've got the Javanese rice fish I got for my birthday. And they are doing really good. They dropped me some eggs, which I'm super excited about. So hopefully those will hatch out. I'm not touching anything in that tank. I'm just letting them do their own thing. And then in this tank right here, I actually have down here in the bottom, you can kind of see one of them. I have 2.7 gallon busboy totes or bus totes. And they're just kind of like my quarantine or hospital tanks. But in one of them, I put some plants down there because I had a tank up here that had some issues. So I put the plants down in there, and apparently they had some of the daisy blue ricefish eggs in them. And I had like 5 daisy blue ricefish down in there. So that was pretty cool. So I pulled them, I put them in a tank up here. So they are doing really good in there. But super cute little guys. They are teeny, teeny, tiny. So that's really, really cool though. I got some surprise fish that I wasn't even expecting. So we got some more people rolling in. So let's say some more good mornings. We got Roland. Good morning, Roland. My coffee isn't ready though. Oof. Yeah, I've been awake since like 7 a.m. this morning. I have no idea why, because I was up till like 1:30. Oh gosh. Right when I say that. It's up to like 1:30 on Friday night, and then last night I was up till like 1 as well. So I don't know how I am awake and actually coherent this morning. So we'll see how long my train of thoughts will continue today. Sharon Miller, good morning. Big J, good morning to you. Pepin Creek. We got Rebel Cowgirl, we got Griffin's Fish Room. Lots of great people in the chat. I appreciate you all for coming this morning. Let's see, we've got 18 people and we've got 10 likes. All right, we need 8 people to smash the like button so that we can get that to match up. Let's see, we've got finally a question in here. We got Jesse James saying, I got 3 guppies. The male looks nice. The 2 females too. I have them in a tank waiting a week before they meet the rest of the females. Yeah, no, that's a great idea. Definitely quarantine all fish that you get for sure. Also, if you didn't see, James put his hand into his piranha tank and he got a nasty little bite on there. So he said he's going to be putting out a video on YouTube on that. So hopefully that does well for you and it heals up good as well. We got Danikin Aquatics. Good morning, Danikin. Good to see you. Got lots of great people. Yeah, Rebel Cowgirl says, don't let that cup run on E. Yeah, it's halfway empty right now. So, and this is my second one. Yeah, Aquarium COOP said, I lost my finger on TikTok is what it's titled as. Chevy Fish. My eyes are fried from watching streams for hours on a tiny screen. Can hardly see chat. So sorry if I missed people. You're good, Chevy Fish. Yeah, it was, that's kind of the hard part with chats is that the text is very small on phones at least. But, we make do with what we've got. So hopefully you can see the chat today as best you can. Also, if you guys did not catch the video yesterday that we put out, it was the fish room tour of Well Done Tanks. Fish room is the first official fish room tour of his place. Super awesome. It was like an hour and 16-minute long video. I had like 54 gigabytes of footage that I had to work through on that. There's a couple little errors that I made, but it's nothing that's gonna really make me want to go and re-edit it again. I think it came out pretty great for being as long as it was. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. Trent is an awesome friend, great fish keeper. He's got some incredible things going on in his fish room. And so if you haven't, go give that a watch. Like I said, it's a pretty long one. It's like an hour. So if you want to just sit down and kind of zone out to a fish room tour, it's just me and him walking around, just chit chatting about his fish room. He did a great job. His fish room is 7 feet by 8 feet. And he's got, I think, almost 30 tanks in there. So he's packed them in pretty good. He's definitely done a great job on maximizing his space. Aquarium COOP said, it's hard to hit the like button with no thumb. That is very true. James will have to figure that out. He'll have to nub it or something. Let's see. Let's see. Roland says, how come the bee pollen I bought doesn't melt in the water fast like I have seen? I don't know what that means. But someone else maybe in the chat will know. Sharon Miller says, your video of Trent's fish room was great. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's Trent and I live about 25 minutes away from each other. So being able just to run over and to film that, we had dinner with him. Courtney and I took him over tacos and Jordan made us brownies for my birthday, which was really cool because I think we were filming it on the 9th of July, which is the day after my birthday. So it was pretty cool. They helped me celebrate a little bit on my birthday, which was nice. But we really had a fun time filming that. I had my gimbal with me, and the space was so small that the gimbal was not liking it, so it kept like just having haywire situations. So at one point, I ended up having just to take it off the gimbal completely and just go all handheld again. So we also did get some new equipment in the fish room. We did buy a brand new camera, which is awesome. I got a brand new microphone as well. So the quality coming in probably in August is going to be way different than what you've been seeing in the past. We're definitely kind of upgrading everything that we're doing. I'm trying my best. I don't make any money off of YouTube as of yet. So it's pretty much just, it's all a hobby. It really is what it is. It's my passion, and I love doing it, and I love this community. And if I have to spend $1,200 to get a camera that really gives me some great footage and audio for the community to be able to watch the stuff and see the content that I want to produce, then it's worth it for me to do that. Like I said, I don't make any money on this. This is all personal funds that I am using, and I just absolutely love it. I just love being able to, keep a fish and have a fish room and be able to kind of just enjoy this with you as a community. And I just really want to thank each and every one of you for that. We did just top 1,500 subs today, which is incredible. I'm still working on a giveaway for the 1,000. So I am trying to figure out what we're going to do there. I'm working with a couple other YouTubers potentially to kind of join up with them to do a giveaway. So we will see on that kind of what happens. But thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button. It means so much that you guys are willing to, guys and gals, are willing to like take that moment and whenever I put out a video, watch it and take that time out of your day. It's just very humbling, and it means a lot. It really does, that people want to kind of watch and listen and see what I'm doing. That's the crazy part, is that fish are going to be fish, but it's the way that you keep the fish that people are watching. And I just really appreciate the fact that you guys are willing to take that time to watch my videos. So we've got a couple more people who came into the chat here. We got Sand Creek Aquatics 2. Good morning, Amy. Good to see you here. Hopefully we're able to get all the funds you needed for the gravestone. Let us know in the chat if you didn't, so we can put the link up for that, so we can help you with that situation. We really want to make sure that that Nathan gets the best possible headstone that he can. So I did donate. Hopefully you saw that. Courtney and I agreed that it was something that we wanted to do together, and so hopefully that helped out a little bit. But good to see you in the chat this morning. Let's see, we got a couple things. Rebel Cowgirl says, have you ever kept guppies outside during hot months? So I have my guppies outside right now in my 270-gallon pond that I set up, and they're doing great out there. I do have an umbrella that covers the pond, so like in the heat of the day, they're not getting just baked in there. But I also have like water hyacinth and Zola and duckweed and that kind of stuff in there, so they do have some coverage. I also have a water lily in there as well, so they're getting some good shade. Let's see what else we got in the chat here. Molly's Aquatics, good morning. Molly says, I just got back from the pet store. Nice, Molly. Hopefully you got something cool. Molly said, I'm so annoyed. My dad brought me to the pet store, and there was a buried red cherry shrimp, and I wanted it, and my dad wouldn't let me get it, even though I had my own money and space in my tank. That sometimes happens. Save the money. Maybe you can buy a colony later on instead of just one. So just kind of save the money. You can only do so much sometimes. Ben's Fish Channel and Cats. Fish Channel. Yeah. Looks good. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Jumped quite a little bit here. Let's see what's going on. All right. Wichita Falls Fish Keeper, good morning. Lefty, good morning to you as well. Brian, good morning to you. Vinosky Tanks, good morning. Because you're a fish, have you done a video on your CARES rack yet? I have not done a video on the CARES rack. It is still growing. I am in the process of working with a subscriber actually to get some really awesome CARES fish. They're called Golden Scyphia or Scyphia francia, I think is how you pronounce it. So that is a really cool fish. He's got a colony. He's going to send me out a bunch of them for free, which is even more incredible. He's going to send me them. I'm just going to pay for the freight to get them in. But I'm setting up the 30-gallon that I was going to do a different setup in, just for those guys. I was going to do a brackish tank. I was going to do maybe some bumblebee gobies and some Indian mud skippers, but I decided that rack needed to stay cares. So the golden skiffia is going to go into that tank. I think they're going to be awesome. The golden skiffia is a really cool fish. So they're actually 100% extinct in the wild. So there are no wild species of them. They've only been kept alive in captivity. So because of the hobby and CARES program and that kind of stuff, we've been able to keep those fish active and alive in the community, which is very, very cool. So I'm getting some of those. So those are going to be going into the rack. The rice fish and the blue eye rainbows are doing awesome. So that's a really great setup. And then in the bottom tank over there, we did just set that up. It's a blackwater setup. First blackwater setup, super excited about it. It came out more beautiful than I thought it would. So we're kind of letting that one cycle through. I did put a established sponge filter in there from this tank where those fish were, but I did get some betta chinoides. So that is what is in that tank. So it's a 20-gallon long. I have a pair of betta chinoides. And so I am going to just breed them in that tank and kind of let a little betta colony grow. I really like that setup. It's very beautiful. I'm really excited to do the video on that once it kind of clears up. Right now, all the tannins are kind of settling in, and of course the bacteria is settling in. So there's a little bit of a foggy bacterial bloom going. But once that all kind of goes away, I will definitely film that tank for you as well. But I'm really excited about that whole CARES rack. It's coming together much better than I thought it would. Lefty said, go follow Peter on Instagram. That's awesome. I appreciate it, Lefty. Sand Creek Aquatics too. I did. Thanks everyone for the help. I picked one out. Just have to order it. That's awesome, Amy. I am so happy you found one that you actually want. Of course, it's a horrible situation that you have to go through that, but I am glad that we are able to help as a community. And we are working on something on our end, Ian and I at Salt City Aquatics, that if something like this does happen in the future, there will be a way for the community just to kind of band together in order to make that that much easier, where, you know, if something needs to be done, we can, as a community, kind of reach out and help out. So I'm just glad that the community was able to help you, Amy, and get that figured out for you, because Nathan deserves the best for sure. And I'm sure you will give it to him for sure. Let's see. Oh, wow, it went way down in the chat here. All right, there we go. All righty. Let's see. Lefty's asking James how his finger's doing. He said earlier it was doing pretty good. So we will see. We got Down the Wormhole. Good morning, Dia. Hopefully, I know that you're on after me today, which is awesome. I wasn't able to do it last week, but you were. So it's kind of cool to get back in the schedule here. But welcome to the chat. Rebel Cowgirl says, awesome. I'm so wanting to try a tub out or pond sometime. Yeah, I've got the pond and I absolutely love the pond. It's beyond better than I thought it would be. We did just get a couple of koi fish yesterday, which is really cool, from the local pond store. They have a couple wounds on them, so I got them, to treat them. They've had them for 4 months, so I'm not too worried about them, not doing well. So I just told them I would treat them and take care of them on my end, and so they should do perfectly fine in my pond. So we'll hopefully see on that. But I got 2 koi. One of them looks kind of like a skeleton koi. The other one looks like an orange skeleton koi. So I'm really excited about those guys. So Molly said, I agree, Guppy Guru. It's just so triggering being so young in the hobby, and I've been looking for a buried red cherry shrimp for so long. Molly, usually when you purchase a buried shrimp of any kind, they do end up like kind of consuming the eggs again, just because of the stress. So potentially the buried shrimp that you'd be buying wouldn't actually be buried, or you wouldn't get any of the shrimplings out of that. So, you know, sometimes it's a better thing not to buy a buried cherry shrimp or shrimp of any kind. Lefty said that was a nice chunk. Fisher Fever. How deep do you think? Yeah, so he got bit by one of his piranhas. So Jay Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics. What kind of camera did you buy? Let me see if I can grab it real quick. Hold on one second. Let me grab it. Okay. Let's see if I can show you guys my new setup here. I'm gonna have to kind of put it back together. So, because I was taking some pictures the other day. We had my lady is in a wedding party for another friend of ours, and they had like a small get together with her and a couple other friends at the house here. I think there's like 5 of them. And so I took some pictures of them with the new camera, and it came out great. I absolutely love it. So this is the new camera setup. So we have the Sony RX100. So it is a vlog specific camera, which I'm really excited about. So now it has the screen on the top. So when I'm looking at the camera, I'm actually looking at the camera instead of off to the side. And then I got the Rode mic, which I'm really excited about that. And then I also have a kind of like a face battery powered light here. So when I'm filming, you can actually see my face when I kind of go into the dark parts of the room, which I'm really excited about. So the quality on this is absolutely incredible. It is actually a 4K camera. So I'm really happy that I got this. But like I said, it was $1,200. So it wasn't a cheap setup. So it's kind of one of those, like, I understand I'm not probably ever going to make that money back, but it's worth it for me because I really love doing this. So that is my camera setup. So it's the RX100 Sony. It's got Zeiss lens on it. Very, very nice camera. Very excited to finally get to use that. All right. Brian says, great tank stand. I think you're talking about this one back here. Yeah, so I made a video on this one because it was just a standard pine stand, and I wrapped it in like $10 worth of the vinyl like sticker. So it turned out really great. Molly said, I need to upload today and completely forgot. You know, I do it all the time. That's why I've been scheduling everything lately, and it's been doing so much better for me. Molly's asking if anyone has any good video ideas for her. Oh, the Zen Ginger's in the house. Good morning, Zen. Good to see you. All right, let's see what else we've got going in the chat. Lefty said, last time I got myself with a knife, went down to the bone. I just wrapped it, no stitches. Yeah, the last time I cut myself, I used the super glue, the gel super glue, to seal that wound, and it worked out great for me. So John the Wormhole says, yay, love our hobby, how we can make such a difference. For sure, it definitely is awesome that we have the ability to do what we do. All right, let's see. Wow, we have a lot of chat going on, that's for sure. Let's see, keep going down. So Roland says, I just split my air pump to 2 sponge filters. How do I know if each filter is getting enough air? So you'll pretty much be able to tell just based on the output. What you also can do is, if you're doing like a T connection, is make sure that both of the pipe or the air line that you have coming out is the same length. So if you have one that's longer and one that's shorter, you're probably going to get more air coming out of the shorter one than the longer one because there's less distance for it to travel. So as long as both of your airline are the same length, you should get about the same air flow out of each. So at least that's what I've noticed in my own fish room. Select Pet says, thank you for your commitment to care. Go bigger. There's actually a program working on reintroducing Scipia francia to the wild again. They project we are another 10 years from reintro. Well, I am really excited to keep those fish. The guy who is sending them to me is really awesome. His name's Mike. I believe it's Mike. I'm pretty sure it's Mike. And he is also starting up some stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna see if it's Guppy Shack on Instagram is what he is. So I'll give him a shout out right now. But super awesome guy. Really excited to get those. But it's one of those things like that is an extinct fish in the wild, and because of the hobby, we've kept it alive. It's absolutely mind blowing, and I love it so much. Let's see. Molly's Aquatic says the Guppy Guru. Yep. Well, I've heard of that since the journey, and the water parameters can be stressful, and sometimes the babies don't make it. But I tested the water parameters and all good. Yeah, even if the water is still good, you still have that potential of them absorbing their own fry, so or their own shrimplets. Yeah. Yeah, and Molly, and then you can get the fry from them much better if they hatch them out for you. Lefty says, OHG, God, I hate seeing myself in the pop-up. I had to hide it on StreamYard. You know, it happens. It happens. Lefty said, you might just make it back with how fast you're going. I don't think so. I would hope I can just fund my hobby. Like that's my whole goal with YouTube is to number one, enjoy my fish, spread love in the community. But then like the second is just to fund what I love. This is what I love to do now. This is my passion, my drive. And if I have the ability to where I can, you know, have a little bit of a kind of a fund where I can go and buy whatever fish I want or get a new camera set up, or let's say a microphone dies or something, I can go out and do that. That's kind of just what I'm really, really hoping for. But most and foremost, my main goal is the community. And we are working on some stuff right now that with Salt City Aquatics that is going to kind of change the way that we do a couple things in the hobby. So hopefully, you know, it's one of those where we can help out where needed. So let's see what else we got in the chat. Rodders 1203, good morning. Been out buying more fish today. Penguin Tetra and Glow Light Tetra. Tank number 4 may be on the cards. You know, tank number 4, you need to go up to like 40, man. You got some time. You got some things you got to put in there. But no, that's awesome, man. Congratulations on new fish. It's really cool. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. We got, you know, people saying duct tape for wounds. I use super glue. Pretty cool stuff. So, yeah, because your fish, the show tank is looking crisp. The new filters look like nice. Yeah, so the 75 is doing great. We also got some new fish in the 75. I don't know if any of them are going to come out and say hello, but we got some wild Pandagara in there now, and we have 6 glass cats. So super excited about those. So they are in there. The glass cats are kind of moving around the front, but they're glass cats, so you're not going to be able to see them. And then the Pandagaras are pretty large. They're massive. So I love Pandagaras. They're one of my favorites for algae and everything. But they're doing really good in there. It's coming together. It's coming together real nice. So I did move some plants around. So we've got the Rotala indica in this corner. And then in the middle, we've got the Pogostemus stellatus octopus. And then we have the spiral valve on that side. And I'm just trying to make it look very, you know, natural-esque. Naturalistic is the word I was looking for right there. So all the fish in there are kind of more of like the browns and tans and grays and silvers. I'm trying to keep it more like what you would see in nature. So that's kind of the goal with that tank. We do have a couple endlers in there, the blue star endlers, but that's the only real colorful fish in that tank. But yes, the new filters are doing awesome. I absolutely love those. Brian says, I live in Denver area and have super hard water and high pH. I have been tossing around the idea of setting up an MT20 long. Would you suggest sourcing my fish guppies, my first guppies for the start of a colony? So I also have very, very hard water, which is great. And my pH is like 7.4 to 7.8, depending on, the day and what tank I've got it in. But you can pretty much, of course, you can get them from us at saltcityaquatics.com, or you can get them from HC Aqua. You can get them from pretty much anybody. Guppies love hard water, absolutely love hard water. But also, I think Denver has a local aquarium club. So you might be able to reach out to them, see if you have a local guy or gal who's breeding them, and then you can get local fish. But you should have no problem really getting a local or a hobby bred guppy into your tanks and doing well. So, but yeah, as long as it's cycled and ready to go, you should be totally fine for sure. Flexfoot says, it's true you can't save the world, but each of us has the ability to save one care species, and together we can all make a big difference. It is very true, Flexfoot. Very, very true. We all make a small impact, and if we can all make a small impact in our own world, then therefore we can make a large impact on the whole world as a whole. So even like us here in our own home, we have completely gotten rid of straws. So we are using all silicone and metal straws. We are no longer using single-use plastic. We're using silicone Ziplocs. We are using silicone seal instead of saran wrap. We're using a lot less garbage. We're trying to lessen our impact on the environment just in our own home. Even though it's not going to make probably that big of a difference out in the whole world, it's still something that if I want to talk about it, I need to preach what I'm saying. And so we're making lots of steps forward to do that as well. The Zen Ginger says, you need membership ASAP. I would love to get memberships. If I did get memberships, I want to do a weekly video for just members, a weekly live stream for members. I also want to do just hang out in the fish room with me, live streams just for members only. Because I do a lot of work in here, and people can watch me do setups, and I just put it on the live stream and play some music and just hang out with you guys. But I do my setups, my aquascapes and stuff, I do pretty much all by myself. I just put on some T-Swift in the background and just kind of zone out. But that's something I like to do kind of on my own. And for members, I would like members just to be able to watch that live stream if they wanted to, because it's fun for me, but I don't want to film it and have to edit it and then put out the video. It just makes one more extra step in that process for me, and I kind of like to zen out in my aquascaping. So I would love to get membership zen. I am getting very close. I think I have 800 more watch hours until I get to the monetization point. So once we get there, it'll be really cool. Molly's Aquatics, Guppy Guru, thank you for inspiring me. You have taught me so much and are such an inspiration. Only been on the hobby around 8 months, and I'm already keen to learn. Yes, I love comments like that, Molly. It really means so much to know that I'm doing something right, and that my passion extends to others. So thank you so much for saying that. It means a lot. Like I said, I've only been in this for about a year as well. So I did 2 years of research before I even got my first fish. So I kind of have a head start on that. But it's really the community that I have to thank for everything. The knowledge that's already out there in the world. I've been able to pick a lot of people's brains and read a lot of books and articles and forums and watch videos like crazy. And it means so much that people are willing to watch my stuff and learn from that. So thank you, Molly, for that awesome comment. It means a lot. Rodders says, I got more than 4 tanks. I need a bigger house first. Well, Rodders, I know you're on your way. So soon enough, you'll have a guppy garage just like me. Mark out, just a question. So I was cleaning my tank yesterday and found this tiny hair-like worm. I'm not sure but it's moving. It's like brown color. I've never encountered that before. Is it bad? So it could be a detritus worm, or it could be, it could be a black worm, but it's probably a detritus worm. Not too big of a deal. You can throw a live bear in there and they'll eat them. As long as it's not like attacking anything, you should be fine. But it's probably a detritus worm, and those are actually good for your tanks. They clean up a lot of the muck underneath the soil and on the substrate of your tank. So I like having detritus worms, but almost all of my tanks don't have them because I have snails and fish and all that stuff. But Hydra is the one that I would watch out for more than anything. It looks like kind of like a tree. It's just one stalk, and it has like these like fingery things coming out, and those can actually hurt your fish and kill your shrimp and all that stuff. So look out for that. But I think it's just probably a detritus worm would be my guess. Lefty says, "Hey Peter, you got any extra hill streams?" I love my hill streams. So I've got the three babies, and then my 4 originals. I think one of them is pregnant again, and they'll hopefully give me some more babies soon. I'm really excited for that. So if they do, I will have some Lefty for sale, but I absolutely love them. And if I do end up selling them, they will go on to the site for sure. So really excited about that. And like I said, we're changing a lot of what the site's going to be. It's probably going to be another, month or so before we get that out, but kind of be on the lookout for it. And when it happens, it's going to be huge. We're going to do a live stream on it. We're very excited. We're very, very excited. Ian and I have had like 6 meetings. I've already reached out to a few people to kind of fill them in on it. We're working with a couple companies to kind of make it more than it is right now. So really excited. And once it does all come out, I will definitely do a live stream and walk you all through it and kind of give you a full tour of what we've been working on and working so hard to achieve. So I think it's going to be an awesome thing for the community. And that's really what the goal of it is, more than anything. So Lefty, when I have some extra hill streams though, I will reach out to you for sure. Because your fish always wanted pandagars. Pandagars are incredible, especially these wild ones. They're huge. They're like, I would say maybe 3 inches long. So they're a big, big fish. And I got 3 of them from the wet spot in Portland. Brian says 9 pH from tap. Ooh, that's pretty high. You're probably going to need a buffer of some kind. Yeah, I'm not sure on that. Mine comes out perfect. I luckily don't have to do any buffering of any kind, really. The only thing I sometimes have to do is tannins in order to keep the pH a little bit lower. But I am not sure on the higher pH. I am so sorry. Hopefully someone else in the chat can kind of help you out a little bit on the lowering of the pH. Brian says, I didn't know you sold them. Yes, we do. For sure, we sell all of our fish. Jesse James says, I'm in need of coffee. Mark L says, Molly's Aquatics, how do I kill it? I think you're talking about that worm. Well done, Tanks. Good morning, Trent. Good to see you. Lefty says, did he say T-Swift? Unsubbed, unfollowed, I'm out. I love T-Swift, man. I love T-Swift. She's awesome. Her music is like so perfect for fish keeping too. Like it's just perfect. Well then Tank said the same thing. He said, don't be hating on my girl T Swizzle. Yeah. Well then Tank says, surprised the fish room tour didn't put you over the watch hour requirement. Yeah, it hasn't yet. But of course, it takes like the 24-hour mark to get to that point. But definitely was very, very great to be able to come out and film that for you, Trent. I think it came out really good. Thank you, Lefty, for putting a link up. I loved it. I had a blast, and it seemed like a lot of other people really enjoyed it too. Molly's Aquatic says, Guppy Guru, it could also be an internal parasite that the fish has released. More than likely, that's probably not going to be the case, especially if it's like a long brown worm. But it's very possible, yes. So you never know. Down the wormhole says Hydra took out my shrimp. Yeah, Hydra is not great. I'm lucky I've never had any Hydra, so I don't have to worry about that. Lefty says, I know peat moss is a natural way to reduce pH, but sure it would help with a pH of that high. Yeah, I'm not sure either. Yeah. The Zen Ginger says, my pandagars are too cute, about 3 inches also, and they jump out of the water and hang out on the tank sides, and they do backflips almost. It's like they're doing acrobatics. Yeah, they're so cool. I'm trying to see if any of them are out on the front today. I think they're all hiding for me today, of course, but absolutely love pandagars. They're super cute. I saw the wild ones and I'm like, I have to get them. I have to get them. Brian says I use acid buffer to get my 7-ish. Just changed all 5 of my tanks to more of a black water theme to take advantage of driftwood and leaves. There you go, perfect. I like all these videos, always new things to learn. I never run out of situations I need to research, especially in my new tanks. Yeah, you know, that's kind of the best part about this too, is like there's so many different environments and species and care and water parameters and all this stuff. It's just so cool. It's like a never ending like project, and I love that. I'm a project person. It's my stress relief to do projects, and the fish room is always a project, so it's always growing. I love it. So yes, for sure, it definitely is a there's always new things to learn, and I love that. Guppy boy, good morning, good to see you. Lefty says, I'll message Dean on Insta and ask. Don't know if he'll respond in the next 20 though. Yeah, I mean, Dean usually does get back pretty quickly. I know Corey has a couple videos on lowering pH, and I know that HC Aqua, I believe, has one on lowering pH, if I remember correctly. But you know, there's a couple things you can do. Zen Ginger just said lots of driftwood and almond leaves help with pH in my Apisto tank. FYI, yeah, I mean that's what I did in that tank over there. I put some almond leaves and I put I think a big piece of Malaysian driftwood. And it lowered my pH down to like 7. So really awesome way to do it naturally. Zen Ginger said, Molly's Aquatic says, honestly, my videos suck. They do not suck, Molly. You are just starting out. I mean, if you go back and watch my first couple videos, they're not good. You know, you slowly learn, you slowly get better, and that's just part of you know, growing and learning, and no one's good right off the bat. And if they're good right off the bat, that's because they've done it before and they've learned from what they've done before, and then they just come out with it looking good, or they have past experiences of some kind. So I'm lucky I have Photoshop experience from previous jobs and my current job. So I have that kind of in my back pocket, and editing I've done a lot of in the past. So like that kind of stuff. But my first couple of videos are rough. They are very rough. So yeah, it'll just take some time. Just keep doing it, and you'll kind of get your groove and figure it out, and you will be awesome. Molly's Aquatic says, also, Peter, I'm so sorry I didn't get around to DMing you some of my artwork. My mom is out right now, so when she gets back, I might use her phone to DM you. Awesome. I would love that, Molly. I want to see some of your stuff. Well, then Tank says, you can go cringe at my old videos. Wait, I still cringe at my old videos. Yeah, I do too. Definitely do for sure at mine. But you know, it's part of the fun. You know, it really is. Molly says, Guppy Guru, thank you so much. I'm going to try to work on my editing skills. You know, editing is one of the hardest parts. You can film one of the best videos in the world, and editing is just so difficult. So take your time. You don't need to put something out every week. Just put one out every couple of weeks and just do it right, and then put it out when you're happy with it. So, Lefty says, I cringe at your current ones. Well done, thanks. That's rude, Brian. Super rude, man. Ollie Aquatics, I have watched your videos and you have skills that I don't have. I watch a lot of tech YouTubers get better at my editing skills and camera operations. Yeah, see, even Trent's learning too as we go. It's one of those things you just have to keep doing it. It's very hard to learn if you're not doing it. Molly's Aquatics, Guppy Guru. I mainly do cartoons though and don't really focus on realism, so they may suck. I'm sure they're beautiful and I love cartoon art. It's one of my favorites. I do realism because I'm not good at cartoon art, and that's why I love cartoon art and anime drawing so much, because I can't do it. I can't do it at all. Big J is giving a thumbs up. The Zen Ginger says, I don't know what you mean. I've only put out a few videos and all mine are awesome. Yeah, see, the Zen Ginger has no idea. She's just too good at it. I mean, Zen, your videos are actually very good though. Very good. Lefty, hey now, I used I'm sure Trent knows I'm only kidding. Yes, we know you're kidding. We know you're kidding. There's only love in this stream. Only love. Spreading that guppy love one emoji at a time. Multi-tank addiction. Good morning. Good to see you, man. If you guys didn't check out the stream where I was actually out in Portland and I was able to hang out with Chris, it was awesome. I was able to hang out in the garage and stream with him. So super, super cool. I've got a couple of his pieces of art up on the shelf. I just need to get some frames ordered for them. So super incredible artist and great person. So definitely go check out Multi-Tank Addiction too if you haven't. Multi-Tank Addiction says working on a watercolor right now. Awesome. I am excited to see the finished project, Chris. Oh, I love all this cringy comment stuff going on right now. Trent said, the Zen Ginger, you harness the powers of your gingerness and Zen to make awesome. It's true. She probably does. She does for sure. Molly's Aquatics. Well done, Tanks. Wow, I can't explain in words how much that means to me. Yeah, you know, that's the best part too, Molly, is like I wouldn't be probably sitting here right now if it weren't for this community and for like Trent and Michael and all the people that have been so kind to me. I wouldn't be doing this. I just love doing it because of the people. You know, it's fun to do for myself. I kind of videotape my journey and my trials and tribulations and successes and all that stuff, but it's really the community that keeps me making videos and trying better and growing and learning. It's all about the community for me, and that's, you know, and that's why I do what I do. So, well then, Tanks says, Peter, Sophie wants to say hi. She has been trying to grab my phone, watching you on the TV, chatting on the phone. Oh, hi, Sophie. Hi. She's the cutest. I love her. She's so cute. My nephew is supposed to come over tomorrow, and I'm going to be at work, so I'm going to miss him. But hi, Sophie. Good to see you. Thanks for watching, sweetie. Multi-Tank Addictions. Thank you, Peter and Zen. Of course, Chris. You're an awesome person. That's, you know, that, like I said, this community is really what it's all about. If we didn't have the community, we wouldn't be doing this. You know, it's all the people that back us up and support us and love us and love what we do. It's really humbling, and it pushes you forward to do better and more. So, M&L Aquatics, Goldfish Guppies, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you too. Glad you are here. Lefty said, hey, how's that magical carbon cube working out? It is sitting in my trash can right now. So, you know, actually, let me see, I'll pull it out of my trash can. So you guys can see that I am not lying. It is in the trash can. In the trash can. Literally just threw it away. I was just like, I'm done with that thing. I don't need it. It's not working. So yeah, it is in the trash can. In the trash can. 20 something bucks down the drain, literally. So I'm not keeping it because it's too big. It's monstrosity. It doesn't work. So Molly's Aquatic says, well done, Tanks. I love your videos so much. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Trent too. I've actually watched all of Trent's videos before I even knew him. And so it's really cool that I'm a friend of his now. Let's see. Lefty says, filtering out that nasty trash odor. Yeah, exactly. It's like the carbon garbage bags. The carbon bags. Let's see. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. We're almost hitting that hour mark, and I'm starting to hit a wall. Been awake for like 3 hours. Molly's Aquatic says, well done, Tanks. I loved your cichlid video. Yeah, the Egyptian mouth brooders that he have in that. The Egyptian mouth brooders that he has in that tank are gorgeous. Absolutely love them. When he said he was getting them, I was super jealous. I really wanted those things. So the Zen Ginger says, the cube is literal trash, huh? Yes, it is. Literal trash. For sure. Lefty says, I love Trent geeking out over all things fish. Yeah, my favorite is still Corey's comment on his video about the airline, where he reposted that and said, like, no one can talk for 8 minutes about airline tubing. And then he said, Trent, hold my dechlor. Like, so funny. Like, I love it. It was so simple, so easy, and just perfect. It just was perfect. Well, then Tank says, got a geek over something life's too short. Just want to see what I have in store for the next couple months. Yeah, he's got some cool stuff coming, everybody. Definitely subscribe to Well Done Tanks if you haven't already as well. The Zen says, Dia at Down the Wormhole is live in 15 minutes. It's now 9 minutes, and she will be live. So go on over after we're done here and give her some love. And then we'll do Guppy Gang, hashtag Guppy Gang, and her stream to let her know that we're all bouncing over there. Lefty says, ooh, I'm liking this pick your breeder option on the site. Yes, that's one of the new additions we've done. But that's just kind of a simple one that we've done. There's gonna be a whole new site. Just all there is to it. There's gonna be a whole new site. So kind of just keep your eyes out for it. And we are definitely going to be making some huge changes. This engine just says, oh my god, I even waited. Yeah, Yep. Molly's Aquatic says, well done, Tanks. I'm so sorry about the pond. I know it was a while back, but it's a bummer. Yeah, he was super bummed out about that. But like he said in his chat lower down, it was super unfortunate, but because your fish provided me with a group of rice fish, that video will be out today. So yeah, definitely go sub so you can watch that. Because your fish is an awesome guy as well. I've been talking to him lately too. Well done, Tank says, or Lefty says, will you be adding a small bio to each breeder's page? So yes, and more. There's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of stuff. It's gonna be really, really cool. I'm just more excited about the community, hopefully, that it's going to build around it and bringing a lot more people, a lot more options. So that is all I'm going to say until it comes out, because we have a lot of work to do still. Lefty says, do I get Trent's number to call him and bug him about fish? Is that the more? Yeah, I'll give you Trent's number. No problem at all. Yeah. It's 801. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to give you guys' phone number. But no, we'll have a couple different things in there. It'll be really exciting. We're working really hard. I've probably written 7 pages of like information and documentation on like kind of what we want to do and everything, and made checklists, and it's going to be really fun. I'm really excited for it. Because your fish says, I hope they're doing well for you, Trent, and I'm sure they are. So, well done. Thanks. Says Lefty, you got to send me free pizza before you get the number. I thought he was sending you 1,000 sponge filters. Wasn't that the deal? No. Molly's Aquatic says, Peter, I ran to get a pen and paper. Yeah, I would not give out someone else's phone number without their permission. That's not the way I would do it, especially Trent. He's got a lot going on in his life, and I don't need to add one more of everyone knowing his phone numbers. Oh my goodness, I'm out of coffee, yawning. We got like 4 minutes left. All right, hit me up with some questions here, people. We've got a couple minutes left. Let me see if I can answer some more things for you. Let's see, what else do we have going in here? Lefty says, we will leave the phone number leaking to Ed. Yeah, Ed's good at that. I love Ed though, but dang, dude. Lefty says, down the wormhole, up next. Yes, she's up in 5 minutes. Why don't we just go over and kind of hang out in her chat? Maybe she can start a little early for us. I'm exhausted. I am so sorry, everybody, if this stream wasn't like super energetic and exciting. But I'm dead. I'm tired, super tired. So I am going to end right now just because I don't know if I can keep my eyes open any longer. I need to go get some rest. So I love each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Let me say some thank yous again to everyone. Oh, she goes on at 5 after the hour. Okay, well, we'll just stay on for another 4 minutes. Yeah, why not? It's just going to be a boring last 4 minutes. If anyone cares, it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, people who are watching now are the people who really care, and I appreciate that. So thank you. But I am almost out of coffee, so that's a problem. If you haven't already, definitely go check out Salt City Aquatics. Definitely go check out Aquarium Co-op for all of your aquarium supply needs, fish foods, sponge filters, air pumps, all that fun stuff. I absolutely love the co-op. Like, Corey is such a good person. He just, like, his community building that he wants to do is so awesome. And I just am very thankful that, like, I can be a brand ambassador for them, which is really cool. It's incredible. Like, I'm just a small channel, I was under 1,000 when he reached out to me, and just mind blowing. So thank you all so much. Like, I couldn't do this without you, and it means so much. Let's see what else we got in here. We got a couple people saying thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Thank you for coming and hanging out. It just, like I said, it means so much that each and every one of you want to, spend an hour hanging out and listening to me just ramble on about sometimes nothing. So thank you. Let's see. Brian says, what do you recommend as my first set of guppies from your site? How many? I don't recommend any strain to anybody because everyone has their own preference. So I would just say go onto the site and check. And you can either do a pair and start with a pair, or you can do a trio. We have those 2 options now on the site. And also, I believe, if I remember correctly, Ian and I decided, we had a meeting on Friday, and I dropped all of my prices. So I realized that you know, I've paid, you know, $65 for a pair, a lot of the fish that I own. And so we just realized that, you know, it was time that I kind of dropped some of my prices. So my prices on my guppies will be dropping a little bit. So it'll be, I believe, I think it was 35 for the pair. I think it's going to go down to 25 for the pair and 35 for a trio. So I'm making it more accessible is what I'm going to be doing. So my goal is just to have a flat rate across all my guppies, even if they're super expensive. The only ones that I'm not going to be doing that on probably are the purple Dumbos, just because I have a lot of effort and work into that line. And so I can't just drop the price on those. And also since they are so hard to find, I kind of want to make sure that if someone goes to resell them, because they are breeding them, that they're not losing their money that they're getting. So it's kind of keeping the market where it's supposed to be. So that's the goal. I want to make sure that everyone can get a fish that they love. So we got a couple things going in here. Rodder says, do a great job, Peter. Thank you so much, Rodders. I appreciate that. The website address for you, Brian, is saltcityaquatics.com. Lefty's asking Trent when he's going to do a co-op utility tower review video. I absolutely love them. I have 4 of them and I love them like a lot. Trent saying, Lefty, do you want a 6-minute or an 8-minute long video? Oh gosh. Thank you, Dia, for hanging out until the last minute here. Yeah, get your stream set up. Sharon, I don't know when they will be ready. I've got not a whole lot of females right now, so that's the problem. I've got 3 really nice males, and then I've got like 3 females who are holding, so I'm waiting for those fry to drop. But I'm thinking probably another month, just because I want to make sure that line, you know, is staying pure and that I have enough to keep reselling. But you are actually on, like I wrote on the tank. I wrote Sharon, the monkeys, and then wild fish tanks. So those are the 3 that I've already kind of like pre-ordered in a way on those fish. So once they come available, Sharon, I will reach out to you and let you know, and then you can just jump on and get them. So I will let you know as soon as they are available. Rebel Cowgirl says, what's your favorite guppy strain? Oof, my favorite guppy strain. Right now, my favorite guppy strain is my Czech guppies. But my favorite of all is Dumbos. I love Dumbos. They're just so dorky and cute and beautiful and my favorite. But my favorite as far as like new fascination is definitely the Czech guppies. They're on the site. Absolutely incredible fish. They have a really, really cool round tail, more of a wild type guppy, and they're very, very beautiful. So Danikin says, great stream, Peter. Thank you. Of course, good to see you in the chat again. So let's jump over to Diaz. And yeah, I did see that, Molly. It was really funny. She said, Guppy Guru, did I see my guinea pig appreciation day video? I think I would love 2 guinea pigs that are so cute. Yeah, I used to have guinea pigs. We had one named Rocky, and he was very cute, but he ended up passing away on us a long time ago. Lefty put the link for my Czech guppies. Thank you, Lefty. I appreciate that. So yeah, let's go over and let's spam Dia with hashtag GuppyGang on her stream. Thank you all so much. And always be sure to spread that guppy love and have a great day.